Why do Chinese painting often look so simple? If you compare them to the landscapes of John Constable, the difference is striking. His canvases are full of clouds, light, and texture, but a Chinese painter might draw a tree with only a few strokes, yet that tree feels somehow alive. It's actually easy to understand once you recall the same theory that dominated Western art for centuries. Plato believed that art is imitation. A painting is only a copy of how things look in the visible world. In that sense, a painting is always one step away from the truth. But Aristotle saw things differently. Art reveals the inner nature of things, because imitation itself is a way to show your understanding. So for Aristotle, art had a cognitive function, an idea that would dominate Western art world for centuries. During the Renaissance, artists studied anatomy, perspective, and light to represent the world more convincingly. In the 17th century, painters like Caravaggio and Rembrandt began to intensify volume through light and shadow. Lines started to disappear, which brought paintings closer than ever to actual visions. But in the late 19th century, something changed. Impressionist painters like Monet began to question the old logic of Aristotle's Mimesis. Art was no longer just about understanding reality. Its function shifted from cognition to perception. And this marks one of the fundamental differences between Western art and Chinese art. Because during the progression of art history, Western art was slowly moving from knowing the world to seeing the world. This shift, however, did not happen in the same way in China. And this is precisely where they begin to diverge. So, when we look at classic Chinese painting, instead of asking whether it looks realistic, we should ask a different question. What is the artist trying to understand? Because in the Chinese tradition, painting was about knowledge. Take this tree, for example. The trunk and the branches do not grow straight forever. It bends, turns, and rises again. And notice how the brush follows this movement. The strokes pause, turn, and continue. Take bamboo, for example. It looks simple, but its structure is not random. It grows in segments. Each joint changes direction slightly. The stem is flexible. It bends, but it does not break. This is why in Chinese painting, form comes from structure, from material, from the way things exist. So we should not approach these paintings only from an aesthetic point of view. This is a game of knowledge, a cognitive play of brush and ink.